In the height of the pandemic, local hospitals were desperate for any kind of relief they could provide to COVID-19 patients. Giving COVID-19 patients convalescent plasma was one of the only ways doctors could treat the virus, and they're still using that method today. That's why Marsh Regional Blood Center is asking those who have had COVID-19 antibodies donate plasma. News Channel 11 teamed up with Marsh to answer that need. ANSLEE Daniel is at Marsh Regional Blood Center in Johnson City, where a blood drive is underway.
Sarah, at one point, Ballot Health was asking people weekly for plasma donations as they battled the pandemic at its height here in the Tri-Cities. But one teacher from West Green Middle School who received convalescent plasma as a treatment for COVID-19 says that she's still pleading with people to make those donations.
My muscles started to ache and I ran a fever. I was real swimmy-headed.
On December 18th, Paige Thornburg went to the emergency room with what she thought was just a sinus infection.
I was dizzy a lot, but I still didn't think I had COVID.
Thornburg then spent 6 days in the Greenville Community East Hospital fighting COVID-19.
They put an IV in and they gave me steroids, and I was dehydrated, so they gave me fluids.
Then her nurse offered convalescent plasma as a treatment.
She said, "You want to try that?" I said, "I'll try anything right now." I felt that bad.
Plasma is the straw-colored liquid that comes off the blood once you separate the red blood cells from the liquid. Convalescent plasma contains proteins and antibodies.
They're taking these antibodies and passively giving them to patients who are ill, with the thought that these antibodies are going to go and neutralize the virus in that ill patient's body.
COVID-19 patients receive the plasma through an IV.
Convalescent plasma can help patients, especially if they're treated early in their disease course before they've experienced multi-organ failure and very acute illness.
Dr. Evan Kolbacki is the medical director for Marsh. He says convalescent plasma is one of the only treatments authorized for COVID-19.
A lot of stories are anecdotal, but a lot of the data is still coming out, and a lot of the data is a little bit confounded about it because they're using a bunch of different modalities like vitamins, and they're also using other treatments.
Dr. Kolbacki says the need for plasma is still great.
Now we go back and we have to test all of our convalescent plasma. We've only found that about 40% of those units actually qualify to give to patients now. So now we thought we had a surplus, now we're in need, but we're also in need of regular whole blood donations too.
And the plea to donate also coming from those who experience the benefits firsthand.
You could possibly change somebody's life because somebody changed mine.
Thornburg tells me she still has a few health issues from COVID-19, but she does say that she will donate as soon as she can. Here at the blood drive at Marsh, as you can see, there are a few people donating behind me, and there is one person in the screening room getting ready to go, as well as a few in the waiting area. So we do expect a pretty big turnout for the remaining hour or so here. Live at Marsh in Johnson City, ANSLEE Daniel, News Channel 11.
You still have some time to get to the Marsh Regional Blood Center in Johnson City to join at our blood drive. It ends at 6 p.m. and the blood center is at 2428 Knob Creek Road.